Hello everyone, I'm your host Hamas28 and this is The Winter Rescue. Now there is a chapter 1 act 1 kind of like cinematic that we're going to skip just because it's really boring, so we're going to skip that and then skip the rest of the tutorial. The tutorial is actually very nice that they included it. It walks you through a lot of the early game, but it's really slow when it could just give you the items and then just tell you what to do. Anyways, yeah, as you can see there's the dialogue on the bottom left. It's going to go through and it's really slow. So while that plays, we're just going to start doing what we need to do. But we are going to be locked out of some stuff because I have to wait for that to finish before we can get some of our starting items. Anyways, this is our spaceship that has crashed. It has nothing in it. We're going to get all the items from this little thingamabob. Yeah, there we go. You can see down here. Abandon the ship. It is really flavorful though. They are essentially talking to the ship, which is cool. I just wish you could make it go a little bit faster, but I think it's because they use the dialogue that you can't really do that. But as you can see, as it's talking, it's enabling some more of the features, like the one in the top of the HUD, so we can see the weather forecast. So it looks like we're going to have some pretty sunny days, followed by what looks like a snowstorm and the sun. Not sure what that means. Weather forecast in 5 days. It's 18 degrees Celsius. And we should have a little bit of weather immunity for a little while. And I just wish we could skip this tutorial at the start. It's a little annoying. Yeah, see, there we go. Skip I am a pro, because I already did it. And that finishes off the tutorial. It gives us 5 minutes of climate resistance, which will keep us pretty warm. And it does give us some starting items. If you play this for the first time, do follow the quest book. Follow this tutorial, skip I'm a pro. Mostly because I already forgot which is, yeah, here it is, clothing. If you want to equip stuff like this, you have to hit tab to bring up this radial menu, go to clothing, and then equip the clothing. And if you don't read the tutorial, you'll probably never figure out how to do that, and you will freeze to death. Anyways, to get us started, let's see if we can get ourselves some wood. Looks like trees are pretty sparse around this area. Take a look here. There's a couple trees over there and over here, but not much else. Oh, that was weird. I guess my character didn't load in all the way because it looked like a completely different character. Now, if I remember correctly, peat permafrost, interesting. In order to actually get some wood, we're going to be using our shovel to dig up this besnowed stuff. So besnowed twigs, besnowed debris, drops a variety of items, as you can see here. Not sure what all this is, but I do know we do need most of it, mostly the twigs. So you want to go around and look for all the twigs, and we are going to need some flint, which I'm not seeing here either. There we go, a couple pieces of flint. So we can actually craft ourselves a flint axe. Anyways, now that we have enough sticks, there we go, you can make a drying rack. And let's see, I'm gonna need some more items. There we go. I need vines. And a berry bush, that's nice. That's gonna give us some extra food to start. And we are gonna need quite a lot. As you can see, you do have to manage your water usage along with eating and nutrition. I wonder what that 2 is on the HUD. I'm not actually sure. I didn't play enough to figure that out. So we are going to need a couple of vines, and we'll be good to go. Alright, I think I got enough. 7 should be a good amount. Looks like an ice spike over there. And some deep slate tin. Interesting. So we're going to go ahead and put our vines onto this drying rack. Let that dry out, because we're going to make this into straw. We're going to turn that straw into grass lead, and we're going to use that grass lead to go ahead and make our first makeshift axe. I thought I heard something. A little bit scary. Oh, there's a bunch of wood up there. Perfect. Luckily it does dry out pretty fast, which is quite nice. Take our straw, turn it into lead, and then I think it's like this? No. How do you do this? Like that. There we go. 1 makeshift axe. Now everything can be checked from the quest book. Let me actually follow this for unlocks. Chapter guide, yada yada. Oh, stuff over there. Makeshift knife. Oh, probably should have made one of these. And it looks like it's just 2 pieces of flint. firewood, collect vines. Using a simple knife to cut leaves allows you to collect vines and sticks. Drying the vines can produce straw. Oh, so that's where it just tells you. Funny enough, I didn't realize that. I thought you just had to use the shovel to dig up the vines, but this is actually going a lot easier. And there we go. Connected enough hay to finish that, well, straw to finish that off. Make some straw rope. Easy enough. Yeah, that's one of the problems when you do things out of order. Alright, that completed a lot of stuff. Fishing rod, death penalty. When a person dies, they die. By default, death will drop all items except for equipment, tools in hand, and curios. Interesting. We do get a hay wrap. I think you equip this. You do. Nice. When on feet. It doesn't say what these are. I'm assuming this is head, so it's giving us extra installation, which is nice. But now it's pretty standard. It wants us to make an axe. Well, we did make an axe. So it wants us to get some logs, make a pickaxe, make a shovel, make a fishing rod, make a hoe. Ah, interesting. So before we can actually grow anything, we're going to have to restore the heat to the soil. So for now, the only way we can get food is by not farming. Interesting. I wonder if the berries will grow, though. Temperature info. Can survive between -40 and 30. Can grow between 4 and 24. It needs sunlight. It looks like it's -4 degrees. So it won't actually grow. I wonder if you make a campfire that gives radiant heat to the area. Hard to say. But for now, we're definitely going to need some more wood, and then we're going to have to craft ourselves some tools. Oceans and rivers are rich. Okay, so it looks like fishing will be an early game food source, and I'm wondering what this is. Oh, actually, I know what that is. I recognize that mod. That's from that one mod that lets you point to villages. But if this is a frozen wasteland, then why would there be villagers? This must be a sign. Follow me to a village. 500 blocks in that direction. That's actually not that far. Interesting. I'm going to have to keep that in mind for later. But for now, let's get our basic tools going, gather up some food, and see if we can scrounge up a little beginner base for now. Alright, looks like night is coming. We need to build ourselves a little igloo, so I'm going to collect a bunch of snow real quick, so we can build ourselves a nice little safe place, and survive the nights. Luckily, igloos are pretty warm, because of the... Oh, cool, there's a weather forecast. Tonight, -9 degrees Celsius. So thanks to our equipment, we are staying pretty warm. As our body temperature, it looks like we're at 32. Actually, might be too warm now that I think about it. But it should be fine. I'm going to go back to my drying rack to rebuild this. And the quest book mentioned using like packed snow to build stuff, as it's a very good insulator. So I'm not sure how they're doing it, but they're probably tracking the radiant temperature in the area. And if you want to stay warm, staying indoors is the key. So if I take our snow blocks and add some snowballs, we can make packed snow. Then we can use this to start building a little shelter. Kind of looks like planks. And there we go, our neat little igloo. Now it did recommend building the roof out of thatch, which it gives to us for free, which is nice. Let me drop some stuff, put a door, grab our thatch, and let's get this guy a little roof. Where's my... Oh, I threw it on the floor. That's why. Grab... Okay, jump you for now. Build a little walkway. And let's add the roof. I wonder how this works. Okay. Covers that. So now if we go inside, I wonder if it changes the ambient temperature. It looks like we are getting warmer, and if I had a torch... Yeah, it looks like we are getting warmer just by being inside this enclosed space. Pretty cool. Now, let's see. I do need a crafting table. Interesting. So we can't turn spruce logs into planks. We can make a campfire. A tree stump is needed to do this. Log pile. So how do I get planks? How do I make a crafting table? Okay, here we go. So to actually turn our logs into planks, we need a tree stump, which will take some stone. And stone needs whatever this is to turn cobblestone back into stone. So we're going to need a pottery kiln, which will require building some kind of structure. Interesting. But I think for now, And our body's staying pretty warm. I could probably go out. I don't think we have to worry about freezing to death yet, but it is a little annoying that we really don't have any room to store anything, and I don't think there's any early game chests yet until we can get that. So we're just going to have to store everything in our inventory. I wonder if these torches will go out, or if they're just like an infinite little bit of heat. And it looks like the sun is coming back up, so it should start to warm up a little bit. I moved up on this hill here to start harvesting this oak logs, and it looks like we're in a destroyed oak forest, which is interesting, but at least all this wood is free and good to go. Morning weather forecast. -7 degrees in the morning, -2 noon, -26 at night. Okay, so that's actually going to be extremely cold. I think it's getting colder. Huh, I hear a spider. Interesting. I don't see it though. So mobs are spawning, they're just not spawning outside. Interesting. I wonder if they're only limited to spawning in caves. Anyways, I also gathered quite a bit of cobblestone, so we can now upgrade all of our flint tools into stone tools. But we need to get some charcoal so we can actually make some more torches. Alright, so first things first, charcoal pit. We need a log pile. How does this work? Interesting. Okay, I think I get the gist. So we need some blocks. So I guess we'll just use dirt. What is this? Yeah, dirt permafrost. I feel like primitive technology. Now, what did it say? Actually, I already forgot what item that was. This one, that one. Creosote funnel. Can I craft this? Creosote. That's not how you type it. Creosote. Take sandy bricks and a bucket. Sandy bricks made from unfired sandy brick, which I don't have yet. So first things first, we need to use this to make ourselves... Oh, we need a crafting table. Okay, so first things first, I need a tree stump, which means we need stone. Stone comes from this pottery kiln. So how do I make this? Oh, okay, I think I understand. So we take our cobblestone, take some straw, take our wood. So I want to make 8 pieces of stone. Okay, can't do that. Okay, you can only do one at a time, but then you do this. Oh, you just right click. There we go. Add the log. Now light this guy on fire. How do I make this? I could have sworn. Oh, I'm dumb, that's why. You just rub the sticks together. Okay, let me try more sticks. There we go. Now do I have to do something further? I think there was one more step. Sneak. Skip. Install preheater. Lit it on fire. That's it. So I guess I just wait for the fire to stop, and that should make stone. I can't speak for some reason. It is a little funky, because it makes it look like you need the charcoal to progress to here, but there actually is a way to get the stone without it. I guess it's more so just to do this, but they probably could make that look a little bit better. In fact, this probably doesn't even have to be connected at all. Now I wonder how long this takes. Oh, it's still burning. Okay, interesting. So let me go ahead and make some more fire pits, because I think we could just do a whole bunch, and it should be fine. We just need more dirt. And then when it fully burns out, we get a piece of stone. And do I need moss carpet for anything? Okay, you can just burn it so I can get rid of it. And I should be able to just right click and pick this guy up. Oh, you just break it. Oh, you get 8 stone out of this. Nice. I thought I had to do this 8 times. Okay, well that's going to give me more stone, which is cool. And that also gives us ash, which we can use to make fertilizers. Interesting. Or turn it into bricks. And that doesn't do anything, so it's fertilizer. So now that we have this, we can combine that with the logs to make the tree stump. Then we can place the tree stump. I hate moss carpet. I hate moss carpet. Okay, throw that. I do want the moss blocks though. Okay, drop this, replace you. Here, grab the log. Log goes here. Right click with the axe. How do I use this? Tree stump. Tree stump. Maybe I need room in my inventory. Log. Oh, it's left click. Now we get planks. Then I can use the planks to make a crafting table. Place that, and now we can make a chest. And finally. Okay, how do I make a chest? Where's the chest at? Chest. Chest. Needs a piece of iron nuggets. Or any kind. Actually, so if I use a... Can I use this? No. I could probably use this little magnesium piece. No. Rusted iron. Can I turn this into iron nuggets? No. Can I break it down into iron using this device? Okay, so we can't make a chest yet, as we need little nuggets to make a chest. Little annoying, but maybe if I follow the quest book, it'll point out the way. But now we can actually make charcoal. So, because now I can take our logs and do this to make the log pile. And how do I set this up? Take the log pile, do this, skip, skip, surround it with solid blocks, light it on fire, and then cap it. Gotcha. So, come over here. Where's my dirt? There should be dirt right here. There we go. Dirt. Log pile. Grab our sticks. Light it on fire. Then put that on top, and that'll turn it into charcoal, just like in real life. I only know that because of primitive technology. Love watching that guy's videos. They're so fun. They're so chill and zen. Okay, well that's funny. Yeah, they really got to rework this quest book, because you can make a campfire without needing charcoal. So oak logs, straw, campfire, put this inside. Oh, but we can't light it. Wait, no, I think you just use this, right? Oh, okay, so I think this is where the charcoal comes in. So you have to put charcoal in the camp. So you can craft the campfire, but you need to put charcoal in it before you can actually do anything. Gotcha. So this charcoal will be done after that is finished. I'm going to grab the rest of our stone here. I don't think we can use it for anything else at this point. We can make a hammer. I'm not sure what that's for. A witch trophy. Interesting. Yeah, not much else to be made out of stone. Ooh, drawer controller. Nice. Huh, interesting. Even making something as simple as stone bricks requires an extra step via mortar. Good to know. Stone can be turned into stone. Interesting. But that's about it. So we gotta wait on the charcoal to actually finish off this quest. And light the campfire. Now we have this. Now it wants us to make a hammer. Why do we need a hammer? I mean, I'll craft it anyway. It does seem a bit weird. Stone hammer. Not sure what this is for. Quest completed. Planks, good building material. Start a fire 2 ways. Now that I've collected enough firewood to light the campfire, I need some ignition materials. You can start a fire by rubbing flint against other metals, or you can craft a fire starter from 2 sticks. Oh, I see. Wait. That's wet. How do I craft this? Straw briquette. Wet straw. Gotcha. They don't make this easy now, do they? It's annoying that I still can't make a chest, because I need to drop something. I can eat some of these berries for now. But the night comes, and with it, the harsh cold. Okay, looks like the charcoal is finished. I wonder what this looks like. So just dig up the charcoal. Pile of charcoal. Nice. You get 4 charcoal out of it, and that looks to be it. Interesting. So now, what I should be able to do is take our straw, turn it into a wet straw briquette, add the charcoal. Do I do that? No, that's not right. Throw some fuel on the fire. Unless, do I do this? Interesting. It doesn't look ignited though. There we go. There we go, awesome. Interesting. Yeah, some of the mechanics aren't fully explained. Like you have to literally drop the charcoal or coal into the campfire. But now we're extremely warm, 60 degrees Celsius. That's a little too hot for me actually. But now we have a straw briquette, which we can use to make whatever this is, copper hand stove. Oh, I get it. It's one of those things, it's like the portable batteries people have in their pockets when it's very cold. It crafts from itself. Interesting. I guess you have to unlock this at some point. Why isn't this unlocked? I'm holding the charcoal, unless I have to submit it? Oh, there we go. Charcoal briquette. Is that better than the other thing? I guess it is. Smelts 9 items. Slightly better. So now we're pretty much almost done with the completed first chapter. Warm up. Oh, I can click that. A newly placed oh, so that's where they tell you. Campfires will go out. Throwing logs and other fuel onto the fire will increase the burning time. It doesn't say though, but it said I can throw logs. So is it as easy as just doing that? Huh, it is. Cool. It's probably easier to keep a fire burning than to keep relighting it. I'm not actually sure. Anyways though, so we still can't make ourselves a chest, which would be very nice. Wooden cup. Boiling the water in a cup over the campfire can sterilize it, turning it into hot water. Drinking hot water with a thermos will warm me up. See, it's like I want to craft this, but my inventory is so full. Okay, I don't need stuff right now, so let me drop anything I don't need. Okay, that gave me a little bit of space. So now let's go ahead and make this cup, finish off this quest. Wooden cup. So I should be able to come out to this thin ice. Oh, nice. These don't stack. Awesome. And heat this up to make some drinkable water. Takes 10 seconds, and let's see. I haven't really been thirsty yet. Hot water wooden cup with the drink. Can I put this into my leather bag? Oh, interesting. So I think what I can do, I can drink some water, and then if I right-click this... Okay, you cannot. So how do I store this? There's got to be a way to store it. Because it says it right here. When right-clicked on liquid container, fills itself with a store oh, on a liquid container. So there's got to be a way to store the liquid. But for now, I could just drink this. And it does make me warmer. But that's too much. So I'm just going to drink all the water just to store it as one cup. And we can always get some more later. And there goes the fire. Nice. And it does look like without the fireplace, the temperature drops massively. We were at 60 degrees Celsius, now we're at 25. Probably should have shut the door. It's not a big deal though. Now we just need to make the fishing rod to get some fish, and we would have completed the first chapter. Is this optional? It's not. So let's also make ourselves a hoe. Makeshift hoe. Simply scattering seeds is obviously. And let's see, make a fishing rod. Oh, we need a little bit more string. And a fishing rod. And now that should be the whole chapter done. What am I missing? Oh, there's stuff to the left. Radial menu. Need help. Finding your recipes. Credits. Body temperature. Insulation. Drinking water. Nutrition. About rescue teams. Ooh, free bread. Nice. More free bread. And now, there we go. Can you survive the whiteout? Chapter completed. And now I think we're all set to actually start thriving in the winter wasteland. At least so far, I don't know if I just haven't been running around, and that's why I'm not too hungry and thirsty, which is pretty nice. It is really annoying. Like, what pack was it? Dusty Hell. Remember Dusty Hell? Just by existing, your water would drop dramatically. And I'm not sure if it's because we're wearing insulated gear that hasn't happened yet. Maybe if I start running around, our insulation and stuff will drop. But for now, I want to see. Not sure what that means. It's kind of hard to tell, because you can see here, our food hasn't really dropped by much, and I only ate one berry. The water hasn't dropped by much at all. Oh, there's big trees off in the distance over there. Good to know. But at least for now, let's take a little sneak peek at the next one. Alright, that's quite a lot. Crafting table is the first one. Rewards us with some insight. Not seeing clay vessel, tin, copper. I'm not seeing iron, but can I craft a chest from... Not sure what that... Oh, that might be related to insight, whatever that means. But let's see. Can I craft this with copper nuggets? Is copper nuggets a thing? Copper nuggets. Rusted copper nuggets? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Copper slurry. Oh wait, no, there's the copper nugget up here. No. I sound like a villager. So where do I get iron from so I can actually make a chest? Oh, a stone chest. See, reading the JAI rewards you. Stone chest. Stone slab, stone and clay. I have not seen any clay. Clay permafrost can be defrosted. Gotcha, okay, so the final thing we need to do is locate some clay. What about you? You're ice. If I go in the water, it's going to be very cold. Probably. That could probably spell the end for me. But we just need some clay permafrost, and then I can make a chest. I wonder, can I see it through the ice? That kind of looks like clay. Nope, that's firm ice. Huh. What is this? Ice. Then ice. Okay, this just breaks into ice, which you can melt into water. But for now, I need clay, so I can actually make a chest. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, thank God there was water. Alright, our body temperature fell. But at least getting out of the water, we quickly heated up. That was all packed snow that I quickly fell through, which is extremely dangerous. I'm still not seeing the clay, though. Oh, I think that's clay over there. Perfect. I just need a little bit of clay. And it looks like if I leave the water fast enough, then the issues of being super cold don't really affect us. Okay, yeah, so being in the water starts to freeze you very fast. I'm not sure what degree you have to get down to actually freeze to death, but now that we have the clay, we can make ourselves some clay chests, some stone chests, and actually start storing our items. And that'll set us up perfectly for the next episode. This entire frozen wasteland is inhospitable to everything, including the undead. Okay, now how do I make slabs? Stone chest, stone slab, tree stump with the hammer. Gotcha, so that's why I need the hammer. Actually, let me put the straw briquette in here. There we go. Grab the hammer. Bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk. Now we can use that to make our chest. Stone chest. 1. And I want to make one more. 2. And we can store these. Guess it doesn't matter. I'll store these on the outside for now. And more moss. Nice. wonder if they'll combine. They do not. Wow, these are tiny. Well, it's better than nothing. Now we can store all of this junk that we don't need. Rye bread, I'll actually keep that. Snow, rest of the clay, the cups, a bit of food, and the stone. You can have this stuff. That way I can go collect some more. Now we can actually store the moss carpet. I wonder, if it counts as a fuel, can I throw it into the campfire? That would make sense. I guess I'll figure that out. Anyways though, now that chapter 1 is completed, we can go into chapter 2 and start working on this. Oh, that's funny. I didn't even realize that. Storage is a big problem. This simple chest will bring vast possibilities. Some more insight, and it unlocks chapter A Day of the Logistics Engineer. Where's that? I don't see that. Yeah, it's not right here. Huh, weird. Not seeing that chapter. Maybe they didn't implement it yet. But our insight has now gone up to 5, which is pretty cool. Not sure what insight actually does. I noticed that some of the other stuff gives you insight as well. I could probably just collect all the rewards. That gives us +5 insight. And I'm not sure what that's actually for. I don't know if we're spending it or just saving it for later. But I don't see A Day of the Logistics Engineer. So maybe it doesn't exist yet. Hard to say. But you guessed it, this episode has gone on quite long enough. I'm your host, Hamas28, and I'll see you guys next time.